you doing? Good to see you. How's everyone doing today? Alright, you folks can do me a really quick favor. Please look down and make sure you are standing fully behind that yellow line. Now the doors are going to be opening towards you in just a little bit. Please raise your right arm fully above your head, watch your head set, and then come on aboard. Alright, and here come the doors. Again, watch your head set, move all the way down to all available space. Sit back, relax, enjoy the time off your feet. In 1939. Now ours stands at 13 stories tall and is capped over with a pair of Mickey Mouse ears. Each of these ears weighs 5,000 pounds, and though it may look like a water tower, it contains not one single drop of water. It is just there for show. On your left is our rehearsal and staging area for our extreme stunt show. Our drivers use this area to hone their skills in a variety of different vehicles, like cars and motorcycles. We'll be talking about that show a little bit later on in our tour. Other than being a great theme park, we're also a fully working production center. We have everything from sound stages to outdoor sets, state-of-the-art editing facilities, and everything else you would need to make movies, television, and radio. We've had many high-profile movies filmed here, like Passenger 57, Marvin's Room, and that great Christmas classic, Ernest Saves Christmas. Also along with many animated movies like Brother Bear, Mulan, and The Little Mermaid. And even some television shows, like From Earth to the Moon, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Live with Regis and Kelly, Baseball Tonight, Sports Center, and even The Golden Girls. On your right, two P-40 airplanes from Touchstone's blockbuster hit Pearl Harbor. These full-scale replicas are made out of fiberglass on top of steel frames. Now on the soundstage, only 16 of these planes were made. The rest they saw throughout the runways and hangars were all computer generated. Out of those 16, only 4 survived the shoot. We got 2 here and 2 in our sister park out in Paris, France. We're now going to be ducking inside real quick to our creative costuming department. The whole process begins with a designer sketch. You can see some of these sketches coming up on the walls on either side of our shuttle. Those sketches are then handed to our award-winning team of seamstresses and tailors who will take that sketch and create the final costume for our performers. Now you can see some of these finished costumes coming up into display cases on your left. We are the world's largest working wardrobe with over 250 skilled professionals who use over 1.5 million yards of fabric every year to make over 25,000 costumes, including those coming up soon on your left from Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, with costumes worn by Johnny Depp, Keira Knightley, and Chow Yun-fat. Following next by our prop storage area, where on your right you can see lots and lots of tires, even some car parts, and even the sky. That's our storage area for our extreme stunt show. And then on your left is our graphic studio, followed by our scenic shop. Our scenic shop is where our scenic artists and craftsmen can build and maintain the props and sets using our shows and attractions here at the Walt Disney World Resort. You can see some of their great work in such ride refurbishments as Spaceship Earth, Splash Mountain, and the Haunted Mansion. But you can see some of their newest work, which is the Cute Line and Giant Interactive Mr. Potato Head and Toy Story Midway Mania, along with the stage you may have seen for the High School Musical 3 Senior Year Show. Now they are currently working on some floats and some decorations for the High School Musical 3, no wait, for our 2009 celebration. What will you celebrate? Yeah, Chris, I know. On your left is a bone cage from Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Now folks, that bone cage is made out of 100% human-made styrofoam. And speaking of bones, we're now in our first of our 2 boneyards we have here on our tour. Every studio has a boneyard. This is where they can store large props when they currently are not in production. Yellow Steamroller from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Venetian Gondola from Casanova. Followed by 2 model airplanes. The first is the Alto from Flight Plan, then the Jailbird from Con Air. The last 2 motorcycles are from Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. We're now traveling deeper into our back lot, where studios can build large elaborate sets instead of filming on location. When a studio films on location, they have no control over the weather, the crowd, or the traffic. But if they film on a back lot, they can control everything. On your right is one of our large elaborate sets we have here in our back lot called Catastrophe Canyon. This has been home to many television specials and commercials. We've had the Oprah Winfrey Show, Travel Channel Secrets, and even that great syndicated show, Hulk Hogan's Thunder in Paradise. Now, by a show of hands, how many of you folks actually do remember Thunder in Paradise? 2? Anyone in the back? Lately, is that one over in the back row? I think we have 4 people. Out of 190 people, 4 people remember Thunder in Paradise. That's how great of a show it was. It was filmed right here on our set called Catastrophe Canyon. We've had a special effects team in here all today, testing out a really cool rain effect. So the set has been off limits. But it does look like Chris has gotten the proper clearance to allow us to take a quick look at our set. As we do travel onto our set, we're going to be traveling over a bridge that can get very bumpy at times. So we ask that you please remain seated. Hold on to all loose articles like hats, glasses, cameras, small children, and everything else you would like to take home with you tonight. The canyon we currently are in was built based on an actual canyon out in Southern California. Now this set took over 6 months to build, which is a very long time just for one set. But if you think how long it took Mother Nature to build, that's really not a very long time. Tanker truck across from us was out one of our boneyards. As you can see, there is no way of driving it out there. We had to blink the crane, lift it up, and place it right where you folks see it today. Now, on sets like this, we can control everything, including the weather. Now, they were testing out a rain effect here this morning, and here it is. And I started when we cut out some high-powered water nozzles, so it should go water at an outlet angle. Now, it's only falling about 5 to 15 feet in front of us. But to a two-dimensional canvas lens, it always makes it straighter on our set. Did you just say scene 162? Hey guys, yeah, we're all in the shuttle. Just cut your tape, we'll get out of your way. Our driver, Chris Paulson, wasn't my fault. Guys, start blowing stuff up. Production crew, hey guys, anytime you want to cut your tape, that would be great. Or keep blowing stuff up, that's always fun. Guys, just cut your tape, please. It seems that they were not finished filming here, and you pulled us in. You're sorry? Well, now you can tell all these wonderful folks that you're sorry. Pulling us in here. We are all clear, Chris. I tell you. He's a new driver. We're sorry. Folks in the last car, hope you didn't get too wet. Yeah, I know you guys take a little bit more than everyone else. Well now, looks like we will be going behind the scenes. So you can see how that whole catastrophe was created. As we pull around back, you can see that the canyon is just a large steel structure that was covered in wire mesh. The wire mesh was then covered in colored concrete that was carved by hand to look like actual rock. Yellow pipes are our gas pipes, gray pipes are our water pipes they use in our flash flood. Our flash flood started, we opened 3 large holding tanks on top of our canyon, then emptied over 70,000 gallons of water that came thundering down towards our helpless shuttle. To add to the effect, we used some high-powered air cannons that also shot water at our shuttle. Now these cannons are so powerful, if we were to take them to New York City, we could shoot a basketball up and over the Empire State Building. The earthquake you felt after when the bridge we were on was a hydraulic shaker cable. These shaker cables are so powerful, if we were to turn them all the way up and put a small family-sized car on them, we would put that car into the bottom of our canyon. It would seem like an out-of-control catastrophe was just that well-synchronized series of events. That whole scene that you folks just witnessed can be reset in just 3.5 minutes. The plane on your right is a plane that sounds very dear to the Walt Disney Company. Now that was Walt Disney's personal airplane. That's the plane that Walt and his Imagineers took to fly from California to New York City during the 1964 World's Fair, where the Carousel of Progress, It's a Small World, and Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln first made their debut. Now that is also the plane that Walt and his brother Roy flew from California to Central Florida on a secret scouting mission that started off as Project X and then turned into the Florida Project and is now known as the Walt Disney World Resort. So without that plane, you folks currently would not be here on vacation in Central Florida. Walt was also looking at many other areas like Kansas City and Buffalo, New York. So yeah, you can think how great Buffalo, New York would have worked out, taking the tour in about 10 feet of snow. So I think we are all happy that he picked out Central Florida. On your right is our Mediterranean fishing village, site to our Lights Motors Action Extreme Stunt Show. This show takes you behind the scenes and see how vehicle stunts are performed for movies. You'll feel as though you're right on set as our camera crew films some high-octane stunts with the help of some carefully timed pyrotechnics. Resulting footage is then edited with the help of some visual and sound effects, which you'll watch on the Jumbotron at the end of the show. Unfortunately, we do not have any more showings of our stunt show today. If you would like to see the show, you would have to come back at a later date. On your right is a little strip that we call Acceleration Alley. Our drivers can go from that black fence to that silver facade in 0 to 70 miles an hour in just about one city block. Now our show requires our drivers to use lots and lots of speed, which burns off lots and lots of rubber, requiring every tire on every car to have to be changed out after every other show. On your left, our second boneyard, cattle car and Humvee from Mighty Joe Young. Acme Waste Disposal truck from the live-action 101 Dalmatian with Glenn Close, who we hear is a very nice lady. Silver spacecraft is Kit from Flight of the Navigator. Sand Skip from Return of the Jedi, a snow speeder from The Empire Strikes Back. Yellow submersible and helicopter from The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Then we have Demolition Derby Herbie from Herbie's Latest Adventure, Herbie Fully Loaded. Red Presidential Escape Pod from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. All the crypts they saw throughout the second boneyard are all from The Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy and Jennifer Tilly. Now those of you folks who will still be around here tonight, we do have two showings of our Nighttime Spectacular Fantasmic. One at 6:30, one at 8 o'clock. If you are still going to be around to see the show, we do highly suggest you show up about a half hour to 45 minutes before showtime. The entrance is right next to the Hollywood Tower Hotel, also known as the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Now coming up on your right, if you are going to be coming back to see our stunt show at a later date, this is where you can enter. It is right next to that very, very itty-bitty small sign that says Lights Motors Action Extreme Stunt Show, direct from Disney Studios Paris. Now again, tomorrow we have an 11 o'clock, a 1:20, and a 4:15 show. So you can come back and catch another, or that's a 1:20 and 4:10 show tomorrow. As we come around our turn, you have all these folks waiting to meet you here. You can play a fun game. It's called Wave at Strangers. You can start waving. Sometimes they wave back. They're all here waiting for the Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights. They are set to turn on in about 20 minutes. They'll be on until about an hour after park close. Now if you have not seen them yet, the Osborne lights will be lighting up from right about this building right here all the way down to the New York skyline. Every about 10 or so minutes they will dance to Christmas music. Now you have today or tomorrow night to catch the Osborne lights, as tomorrow is the final day for the lights. Our final stretch of our tour, we have the American Film Institute Showcase exhibit, Villains, movie characters you love to hate. Now this showcase, we do call a must-see. We call it a must-see as in, you must see this showcase to get back into the park, as it is our one and only exit, and it is right through those blue sliding glass doors. Now again, folks, my name was Adam. Our wonderful driver, his name was Chris. We do thank you all for joining us on our final day of the Backlot Tour. Starting tomorrow, we will be closed for about 2 months for a full refurbishment. So we do thank you all for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your night here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Once again, folks, welcome to Disney's Hollywood Studios. You should know that Disney's Hollywood Studios is mainly their Florida counterpart to the Walt Disney Studios in Burbank, California. And we're going to the end of the original iconic landmark on our